What's up, race fans? SpeedZoneTV. Tonight, I'm your host, Robert Warrens, alongside my buddy, good friend, Chris Schuessler. Chris, say hi to the peeps.
Hi to the peeps, Robert Warrens. Hello, buddy. Good to see you, and Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all of our friends here at SpeedZoneTV.
Heck yeah, after a 2-week break here, we're back in action. We celebrated Monday night with that kickoff. We're here Wednesday night at Kansas Speedway with some beautiful, hot weather, 79 degrees, partly cloudy, 2-mile-an-hour winds, 68% humidity on this intermediate speedway, Chris. 100 laps. What are you expecting? Something spicy?
I think it's going to be medium. You know, we're not talking mild salsa nor spicy. I'm going to say medium. Yeah, Kansas is a good track. Always good racing here, and I'd say we have some moderate temps to give us some good racing. So yeah, that's my prediction for tonight.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's roll through the grid really quickly here. We got 21 cars in the field. Eddie on the pole in that 31 machine. Dalton Steele, he's been a threat all season in the 7 machine on the outside pole. Manning third, Barker fourth, Hurst fifth, Pylan sixth, Grace 7th, Ramsey 8th, Richardson 9th, Copperthorne 10th, Smith in 11th, Barnes 12th, Miller 13th, Phipps 14th. In the 15th spot is Straminski, Isgrig 16th, Hunter 17th, BB 18th, Wilkinson 19th, Keltner 20th, and rounding out the field is that 30 machine of Wagoner.
Sounds good, Robert. Here I see that the pace truck is off. What are we up to tonight? What's going on?
Well, on Monday night, we did something a little special, a little nice homage to Greg Biffle. We'll be doing that again, honoring this warrior in racing. So you can see that we got a tribute car in the field for Biffle. He passed away, unfortunately, in December of this year. These drivers are getting gridded up just to do a parade lap for him here. And, obviously, just before we go for the green flag, this special parade lap honoring a true legend of stock car racing is Greg Biffle, the Biff. Forever 16 there. From short tracks in the Pacific Northwest to NASCAR's biggest stages, Greg earned everything through grit, determination, and raw racing talent. He became one of the few drivers to win championships in both the NASCAR Craftsman's Truck Series in 2000 and the Xfinity in 2002, later adding 19 NASCAR Cup Series victories across his stellar career. So in 2005, he had 6 wins and was unfortunately runner-up in that championship. But yeah, that was one of his highlights of the career. But he was recognized as NASCAR's top 75 all-time drivers. So shout out to the Biff there. We're hoping these boys at Roughneck Racings for the Wagoner's Welding Truck Series can put on a heck of a show for him. The laps go by pretty fast, so maybe we can cap off with some more, Biffle stats. But, as a respected racer, we also have to pay homage to just his humanitarian projects that he had going in. He flew helicopters and brought in resources for many people. So, this parade laps to celebrate Biff, his family, a competitor, a legend, and those impacted by him.
Pretty remarkable career. Thanks for mentioning all that, Robert.
Thank you, sir. And, we're running out of time. We're about to go green here. So they're off already. Got Manning on the inside, Steele on the outside. So we had the 31 machine, a shuffle to the back of the field. Manning does try to clear, gets on the bumper of Steele. Off to a great start already. We've seen Steele here, Chris, a few races in a row just chill out, save his tires, and become a threat.
And Robert, I'm not ignoring you here, buddy. I was just checking in our broadcast here. I noticed the tower wasn't up. I just wanted to do a little deep dive on that. And yes, I see you have it going. It looks great. Yes, we are up to a great start. Looks like Manning has about a half a second lead almost. So he's gaining a little traction there.
Got 3 wide a little bit further back. That's Piling with Hurst and I believe that Barker in the 96 returning. They sorted out, but hard battling right here in around the 5th spot. Last season's champion, that 29 machine, getting a little bit of hot sauce on Monday night. Tearing up his truck and some others.
And where were they running on Monday night, Robert?
Talladega Super Speedway in the Gen 6 car. So pretty good race. Had 3 cautions on the night, but you know, we're marking off the start of the 7th race here at Kansas for 100 laps tonight. And you know, off to a great start with that 78 machine of Manning doing a great job of setting pace, but it might be a little too much too early. We see Grace now creeping into that 2nd spot, closing the gap a little bit in that 12 machine.
Now, are these drivers running special paints as well for this tribute race tonight?
Nope, just the one tribute car, I believe.
Okay. I thought Grace had a little different paint scheme.
Yeah, I think previous races we've seen him have different paint schemes, but not this one. I don't think we've seen this one on Grace. 3rd spot now. That's a 96 truck of Matt Ace Barker, reigning supreme up in the 3rd spot. Doing a good job here. So about 35 laps is a tank of fuel. So expecting that we're going to see a longer green flag run. Kansas is known for its multiple grooves, so you can see that that 96 truck is running a little bit more on the higher side. You're going to see a little bit more wear from there, opposed to the low and slow of running the bottom.
I can see that there. And Robert, how many laps are we expecting these guys? If it remains green, how many can they go on a full tank, or I should say a half tank, whatever their fuel to?
Yeah, they're 80% fuel, so we're expecting about 35-ish laps or so. Maybe a bit more. Running in the 6th spot. He's up 5 spots tonight already. Is Andrew Smith, a contender in the Monday night series, not a regular in the truck series. So definitely a different skill set when you move away from that super speedway style to a speedway race here. So we'll have to see how he fares as the night progresses.
You know, a driver we're missing. I'm going through the list of drivers here in the tower, and I don't see Don Francesco in this race tonight.
You are correct, sir. No Don Francesco, no Barry Tolleson. We're missing some point contenders here, but you know, this is a 12-race series. You got 2 drops. Missing 1 race doesn't throw you out of the points. It just makes it a little bit harder. Taking a look a little bit further back here, looking at that 88 machine of Jeremy Keltner. Take a look at his paint.
Oh, King of the Hill.
Is that your favorite cartoon?
It's my second.
What's your first?
Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, I wasn't ready for all that.
I know. It's too early in the broadcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I forgive you. Keltner started in the back. He's up 4 spots. We'll have to kind of watch him progress through the night. As far as lap times go right now, hop on the 3 machine of Barnes for right this second. Lap times last time around, drivers were running low 32-second laps, 32 ones, 2s, 3s, 5s throughout the field. But their best time, approximately 31.6. So we're seeing about 3/4 of a second fall off already, Chris. And I think tire wear is going to be a significant gamble here.
Well, let's go back to the leaders for a second here, and I want to see if Manning, the gap has definitely shrunk between Manning and Grace. So perhaps Manning was charging a little hard, or he just backed off trying now to save some of those tires after taking the lead early.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We're going to have to kind of wait. Like, they're about nearing halfway through that fuel run. So is he, entered a little bit of a conservation mode? Because you can see Steele is now in the 3rd spot. He's just maintaining around that 2-second gap.
I believe, and I don't have the stats, I don't know if you have them in front of you, but didn't we see Steele as a winner last race? I believe definitely on the podium. Do you remember that or have that data in front of you? Data. Do you have the data in front of you?
I want to say yes to the dress, but I'm not quite sure.
We can revisit it later.
Figure you would know these things.
I should have been prepared. I wasn't. I know that's not a surprise to our fans.
Actually, last race winner was Barnes in the 3 machine, who's currently in 11th. He won at Talladega Super Speedway. I believe there was some carnage that last race, and he was able to squeak out the win. The race before that, we saw, who was also not in the field, is Ben Ryan, win at the Milwaukee Mile, and then 2 races before that, so race number 3 and 4, one at Dover, one at Texas, were snagged by the Steel Man.
The Steel Man.
And then, the second race of the season, we saw Don Francesco, the 24 machine, grab that at Indianapolis. And then the season opener at the Glen went out to Ben Ryan.
Okay. Gotcha. I thought we had a driver win 2 times in a row. I thought it was Don Francesco. We were going for a three-peat. A thruple, maybe, as you could say.
No. So Steele won back-to-back.
Incorrect.
Yeah, Steele won back-to-back, and then he wasn't able to be successful that following week.
Couldn't get into the thruple.
Yeah. Everybody wants one. Can't always get one.
Yes. Well said.
Bigger gap there for Manning over Grace. Lap 18, coming to 19.
I'll take this opportunity to remind the fans that we are broadcasting live, of course, and we are in 4K. Is that correct?
Click the gearbox.
Click the gearbox, like, and please subscribe, share the video. We only need about, 99,000 more subscribers to get our plaques, and
it's just a small number.
It's small. We'll get there quickly. And if you're watching this race and you want to shout out your driver, comment, and so forth, we will review those, and we'll broadcast that as well.
On board with the 58 machine of Johnny Hirsch, you can see, the cars in front of him give you a perspective of his line versus the others. Tight on Ramsey, gets up on the door. Ramsey comes down, but got a little excited there. You can just see how that 58 truck is being low and slow and managing that right front. So, interesting strategy for him. Like, Johnny's having a good run tonight, so we're going to have to check in on him as it progresses.
Yeah, I like to see Johnny Hurst in 8th place at the moment.
Now we're on board our pole sitter, who started at the back, Larry Eddy. He's down 11 spots, but he's definitely on the move.
Now, I have a horrible memory. You said roughly you thought 30-ish, maybe a little bit more than that for the if we go green. Is that correct?
35, bud. 35.
35. Okay, I'll try and remember that this time. So I'm getting excited because we're climbing to that number, and those are always fun to watch. The green flag pit stops. So I hope we remain. And yeah.
And based on how we're spread out, it's looking like we might get that, green flag scenario. Grace has fallen back almost to the bumper of steel. Give you a perspective from the far chase of steel.
I do love the far chase.
And look at Pylon here. He's running the bottom side. Steel's running the high side. Little kind of squiggle out of Steel as he exits turn 4 there, showing a sign of looseness.
Jimmy Pyland is laying it on thick, as they say, in Kansas.
There's no place like home, Dorothy.
Mm-hmm.
First, trying to get back around Ramsey in the low and slow line. And look at the cars stacked up behind these guys as they're battling.
They're waiting for one little slip up, and then they're going to just pounce on that.
And Copperthorn, that's a new paint for that 98 machine. Just in the eye shot of the camera.
I like it. I think we're actually seeing a handful of new paints for this race. It's cool.
Half season, new sponsors, you know?
Yeah. Starting 26 off fresh.
Yeah, these guys have, they've been in quite the... Oh, door contact, Chris. I don't know if you saw that one, but somebody said hello.
Yeah, hello. Happy New Year.
Watching this battle here.
Yeah, this is some fun stuff.
Looks
and
like...
then you see Copperthorn just saying, I'll take some of that.
Yeah, I think, that higher side, if you're not gentle, it's going to hurt your tires in the long run. And I think Ramsey just kind of had enough there on the high side.
This is the fun spot to watch here because a lot of these guys are just right there. They're ready for the taking, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it looks like we've had a move. Pylon has made it around Steel for the 3rd spot, and now you can see Pylon's got a laser focus on the 12 machine of Grace.
Frickin' laser beam focus.
Let's see if we can find some more tight battles here. Taking a look as Hurst running the low and slow line. He's got Copperthorn on the bumper. Ramsey tucks in behind. Little brush of the wall for, I believe that was Smith in the 4 machine in the back part of those pack of cars.
And Richardson's trying to get in there and say hi.
Yeah.
Is that a cat on the back of that truck?
I don't know. Hello, cameraman. Zoom in. Friday the 13th.
I like that. That's a cool paint scheme.
Yep. It's like the Halloween edition.
I'm digging it.
Good job for Richardson. He's got a good run going on right now. Up in the 7th spot.
Is he up or down? Ah, nice. Up 2.
Up 2 spots.
Oh,
He's
looks
you
like
know
Barker got just a little twisty there.
he's being very conservative in the sense that he's giving Ramsey a lot of room on that lower side, even though he's faster. These guys are spread out, Chris.
Is that 96 Barker? Barker's doing a little push in there, trying to get in. I like that.
Dylan Grace.
Loose again.
He's giving
Barker
it
down
all.
low. Yeah, this is some good tight racing.
Oh, trying to get it. We got our first pit taker. Dylan Grace coming in the pits. Go back up to this action that you were kind of getting into just before I swapped the camera on you.
So these guys are taking 4 tires, or are they going to wait and hope for a caution and then take? What do you think?
Based on lap times, Chris, I don't think there's an option not to take anything but 4 tires. Does that make proper English?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, you're taking 4 tires, so you're going bust here. Miller in the pits, Keltner in the pits. Starting to happen. I said 35. We're going to have to see. I think Grace is taking an interesting strategy here because he has short pitted. And he was about approximately, 3 seconds back or so?
We'll go with that.
So that short pit, we talked about lap times, and we'll pull them up again. The last lap time for Manning, 33.5 seconds. Compared to the best time of 31.5. So it's about 2 seconds a lap. So the longer Manning stays out, the more that lead is going to dwindle. These guys got 2 sets of tires, so coming on lap 30, you're going to come in on lap, 60, 65. You got to be mindful of managing that fuel window. Because 30 plus 30 plus 30 is how many, Chris?
It's 91.
Okay. Is that how many laps are in the race?
100.
Yeah, so that could be an issue for Grace as the race progresses because he didn't hit that 33 marker to split it 3 ways.
I got you. 33.3.
So we'll have to see if he pushes a little bit longer this next run to make up for the difference in tires.
Well, I'm glued to this broadcast. I'll tell you that right now.
2 more takers down the pits. That's the 27 of Hunter and the no longer Skittles mobile of Isgrig. So that's
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to be honest. I'll say that live. I enjoyed the Skittles machine.
I'm not surprised. Got more takers down the pits. The 9 machine of Wilkinson.
That's a new paint scheme.
Yep. He's been in like McDonald's paints before and stuff like that.
Love the creativity.
Uh-oh. But not really. Not really. Uh-oh.
Oh.
We got Pilon and Manning both coming in the pits here. That's going to make the 58 machine of Hurst our new leader with Copperthorne in second. So, it's going to be interesting to see how these pit cycles work out. I mean, this be pretty iconic if we go flag to flag here. It's really going to kind of set out the sheeps from the wolves.
That's what I was thinking. The sheeps from the wolves. You took the words right out of my mouth. Ooh.
Big gaggle of cars.
That's a gaggle.
Drivers are supposed to stay to the right there.
And I'm liking what you did with the map. I will acknowledge that for you. We could see just how spread out these cars are. Now, granted, a lot just came in a pit, but they are kind of spread out, which makes the racing interesting to watch here.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. The 31 machine, our new leader, hasn't pitted yet, but the 4 machine actually, but just about the rest of the field has come on into the pits. Except
So
for
Eddie has not pit.
Eddie and BB are the only 2 cars left on the track that haven't pitted.
That's interesting because they've made it to almost lap 40.
Yeah, I mean, the tires might not like it.
No,
But-
I wouldn't think so.
No reason you can't do it.
I wish him luck. I'll be honest. That's usually what I do. It never works out for me, but I try and stay out as long as possible, hoping for that caution.
Nice entrance for the pit for that 31 machine of Eddie. The 16 machine of BB follows him in the pits there in the Biff paint. But as this cycles around, Chris, I know you're like, who's going to be the new leader?
I am wondering that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the 12 machine of Dylan Grace. But, you know, once these times settle down a bit, it's hard to see the gap. But it looks like Grace has about just over a 2-second lead on Manning. 6.5 on Pylon, 8 on Barnes. So we're seeing, you know, Chris, after that pit cycle, those drivers just got dramatically shuffled.
Yeah, and I'm looking at again at the map there, the track map, and you can see just sort of just the scatter here of cars.
Yeah,
Not the how do you say it? The throw a blanket over the such and such.
Oh, yeah.
It's the opposite of that.
Yeah, this is like throw a tarp over the garage. We got a leak.
Right, right. So I have a question for you, perhaps any of the fans that are new to NASCAR racing. The 16 here of BB, if we could flash to BB real quick. Is that an actual Greg Biffle paint scheme? He's not just running the 16, but that's an actual Greg Biffle paint scheme. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm not sure of the exact date of it, but we could maybe take a gander. Good old internet.
I was just curious. I'm not a guru of the history behind NASCAR. I'm new to it, so I don't have all of the information, all of the factoids. But that is cool then that he's running that. It looks good.
Yeah, it is a sharp looking paint. Trying to find a copy of it here. Here it is. Can't find a specific date.
Well, and that's okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but I just didn't know if that was like just BB running his number with just, you know, a random paint scheme or not, but it is specific to Greg Biffle, so that's cool.
Looks in around like the early 2000s that paint would have been around. We'll have to, you know, work on our facts here to bring you the facts, but bringing you the action. Grace has actually fallen to the second spot, and Manning has taken the lead. So that tire strategy between those two, we'll take a look at the pit strategy here on their pit stop laps. 6 laps the difference between Manning and Grace, and Manning has been able to make up that, you know, approximately 3-second difference they had pre-pit stop.
Well, and those guys are on their own. You know, Manning is definitely starting to pull a gap from Grace, but if you look at the track map again, which I'm enjoying this evening, they just kind of on their own. They have no one around them.
Like that song, I'm just dancing on my own.
That came to my mind as well.
And you can see, like, the mix of the drivers, they're all, 35 laps plus. And the guys who had pitted earlier, it looks like some of them are falling back. Like, you see in the 13th, 14th, and 15th spot, Miller, Straminsky, and Phipps. They came in and around lap 31, but everyone else around them's later. So I'm expecting the, Wagoner here, who's in the 16th spot, and we'll get a zoom in on him. I would imagine he's going to start to pull on these guys. He might be able to finish up in the top 10. He's sitting 22 seconds back from our leader, but only half a second back from Phipps, 3/4 from Straminsky. There's not a big gap between all these drivers, so those tires are going to pay dividends to him.
Do you have anything on your strategy boards there for Keltner, Ramsey, and Hunter? I'm just noticing that they're a lap down, and I'm wondering why. Are they just running a little slow tonight? Did they have off pit stops, penalties? I don't know if there's anything that sticks out in any of your boards there, why they'd be a lap down.
We could take a look-see. Looks like Eddie is out. He pitted and he's done.
Interesting. Eddie was our pole sitter.
He was our pole sitter. Pit stop time. So you can see from the times there from Ramsey and Hunter, it looks like they got tagged with a speeding penalty.
Yeah, so, that's a long stop.
Yeah, so it looks like there was a 40-second hold there. Keltner might have got himself in trouble. I don't know if I can see anything specifically. He was running around the tail of the field, but you can see from the lap time there, he's showing 54 seconds for his pit stop time. The stint length, I've already looked at that. Yeah, so he might just be a lap down.
Okay. Hey, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. That's like one of your greatest skills.
I was going to say, one lap down is a good race for me.
Back up with our leader. That 78 machine of Manning continues to dominate tonight, Chris. Might be plotting to take over the world.
That's a possibility. Yeah, again, this track map is super helpful. You can see that just in a class of his own tonight at the moment, Manning.
Yeah, almost a 5-second lead over Grace and Pylon. And Pylon and Steele are in similar strategies. So, it's interesting to see Steele, to me, fall back a little bit further. With him being so dominant at, I believe it was Texas and Dover. Just making the pass there, or working on the pass, that 58 machine of Hurst over Steele. They're running door to door as I believe they're entering turn 3. And it's going to be interesting to see when these guys come down for the pits. Like, they can do 35 laps. So I guess like lap 65 is where you're going to start to see that pit window open up. This might be one of the fastest races in roughneck racing history for the James Wagoner Welding Truck Series, Chris. See what I did there?
They're all doing I did. That was great. I like what they're doing. These guys are having a good race. I've always thought Kansas had a nice flow. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but so maybe these guys they're in a rhythm. They have a groove. It was never to me like I should say it's never too dicey or tricky, I think, to race at Kansas. And so maybe they're just, like I said, they're just on it, and we're having a quick race because of that.
Yeah, I agree. We're seeing a multiple groove racing surface, allowing for drivers to give each other room. And right now we're going to hop up to the second place and third place trucks as they're duking it out now as Pylon looks to make the move over Grace. You see the power of that outside line and the momentum it gets as you exit the turn on that high side.
Those guys always put on a good show, and with them being bumper to bumper like that, it's exciting to watch them race.
Oh, 100%. Still Hurst and Steele duking it out.
It's been fun. The drivers are spread out. It's been green the entire time, but we've had little packs all over the track which have offered, good racing, and that's been fun to watch. I will say that.
Yeah, and it's attributed to driver setup and just overall patience of managing your equipment. And I kind of getting the feeling here from the dance between Steele and Hurst. Hurst might be showing a little bit of signs of frustration. He knows he's faster, but he just can't substantiate a strong enough run to get the spot over Steele.
Yeah, well, okay. I was going to say, do you think he's... yeah, I take back what I was going to say. So I didn't say it. I don't need to take it back. But yeah, no. I agree with what you said. He's trying a different line, I think, there a little bit, to see if he can get around him.
I mean, even Copperthorne here is in the mix in that 98 machine, and heck of a run for him as well.
Yeah, Copperthorne's been doing great. Again, he's in position there, maybe perhaps just waiting to see if those guys get a little squiggly and just, pounce on that and get around. Squiggly, I think it's an official term.
It is for SpeedZoneTV.
Okay.
Just in case you're wondering. Here, let's take a look at another battle here. Might have happened already. Is the mix of dancing between the 4 machine of Smith and the 3 machine of Barnes. They're putting Keltner in the 88 truck a lap down, so Keltner where he is sitting in, so he's sitting ahead of Ramsey and Hunter, so just likely he's struggling with tire management. Barnes now on the outside of Smith. We'll have to see if he can get the momentum off the exit of the corner to substantiate his run here. Richardson, great run for him up in the 8th spot. This race is ticking down, Chris. I don't even know.
It is ticking down. It's moving quick, but like I said, we've had there's lots of battles at different spots in the track, and I like that.
We got Grace.
Someone coming into the pits.
That was Grace. We on it, Chris. We on it. Was it Grace?
Yes, that is.
I feel like...
Why is Grace a lap down?
Let's go back here. Oh, he did make it to the pit, Chris.
We weren't watching that, but it looks like maybe he got a speeding penalty, perhaps?
No, I don't think so. I think that...
he's just a lap down because... Yeah, that makes sense.
Of the pit cycle. But now he's coming with the steam. I just wanted to use our SpeedZoneTV instant replay there because we didn't get to use it tonight.
Right. We haven't seen it. Might as well flash it.
Yeah, we need to make sure it's working.
Right.
Just in case. So this is going to be very interesting. He's got enough to go the whole way.
So, he does. Correct, but he'll have the least grippy tires
Yes, of the gripping kind.
of the gripping kind. He'll have the least sticky tires.
You know, let's take a look at our lap times on the ticker. 33.6 for Manning, 33.48 for Pylon, 33.47 for Copperthorn, 33.3 for Hearst, showing signs of sped. And
Sped?
the 12 machine of Grace is 32.4, so he's a second faster a lap. Probably a little bit of dirty air there. Or he's being conservative and saving a little, you know? Because we've seen them get down for their fastest lap was it a mid 31.
It looks like other drivers are coming in because they're going a lap down. I don't know if you want to flash to the pits and see what we got.
The next one here coming in the pits is the 15 of Gary Miller. Keltner, Ramsey, Barnes must have pitted. We didn't see it. So Barnes must have pit. And everyone else was already a lap down. Phipps is coming in now.
I like this Sparko truck.
Back up with our leader, Manning. Chris, let's take a look at our truck standings as we enter into the second part of the season. So Steele, our current leader, Barnes in second, Don Francesco third, Ben Ryan fourth, who's tied with Grace. So Don Francesco and Ben not in the field tonight. Barry Tolson, who's in sixth, not in the field tonight. Daniel Love in seventh, not in the field tonight. Manning, Copperthorn, and Ramsey all in the field. So we got a tight battle here.
No, this is a lot of fun. And you said we're on race 7? Is that correct?
This is 7 tonight. We got 6 in the books. So we talked about our multiple winners, Ben Ryan, Dalton Steele, and then last week's winner, Barnes, and then it was race number 2, Don Francesco won it.
Well, some of these guys can really capitalize tonight on having those other drivers not participate.
I mean, a strong finish as we move through the latter part of the season is going to be a cat's meow, you know, especially when a driver's not in the field.
It's like you're giving it away.
Yeah, just give it to me, baby.
Yeah.
Taking a look at that 98 truck, Copperthorn making the move over first. Moving up to the third spot. That's going to be interesting to see when these guys come down. Like, and how Grace is going to fare and Barnes are going to fare because they're the first 2 trucks a lap down. They've got the freshest tires on the track and the most track position.
I will be excited. Like, this has been a great race. I will be excited when we probably get to about lap 90. Because then I think that's when some of these guys are going to really start to turn up the juice. And we'll see some roughneck racing, if you know what I mean.
I do. 58 machine coming in the pits. I don't know if he got squirrely there.
Looked like he was coming in hot, too.
Let's use our cool camera and see if we can grab it. Here's a quick replay of the
Like
58
Hurst was coming in
machine.
hot.
Oh, he locked it.
Nice
Ooh, yeah.
eye.
He
That
locked her out
could-
there.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that stop works out.
Yeah, he's up on the left side. We'll watch right here to see if he gets tagged with the speed, and no speeding for him.
Oh, good for Johnny Hurst.
Good for Johnny. Like, we got Richardson leaving the pits there in the 2 machine, Andrew Smith and the 4 machine leaving the pits, Wilkinson leaving the pits. A slew of cars there as that 96 truck of Barker heads into the pits. And the 29 machine of Pylon coming into the pits now. So really what is the critical piece here for these top running drivers is getting in the pits clean, getting in their box clean, and not getting a speeding infraction in pit lane.
That's mathematics right there, baby.
Yeah, well, you saw what happened, when we looked at Hunter and Ramsey. It threw him right out of contention. Jimmy had to back up the truck there. I don't know if you saw that. Missed the box slightly. That's going to hurt him.
I did see that.
Manning says, I ain't going to let them short pit me too much longer, and comes in. Copperthorne coming in as well. So, looking like Steele has not pitted yet.
Copperthorne just right on the brakes at the line. That was nice.
He's on fire tonight. I don't know what's going on with him, but he is definitely cooking.
Whatever he's cooking, I'm eating.
All right. Maybe it's steak. I had steak tonight.
That sounds delicious. I'm starving myself.
You should probably eat. You ever thought about getting a little snack?
I needed a snack before this broadcast. Steele in the lead.
Yeah, he's is he? I don't know if he's clutching.
He's no stranger to leading. Is that the right way to say that?
Yes. We're in its cockpit now. Let's take a look. I thought I heard the clutch pop. No. I'm surprised he's staying out as long. BB.
Well,
also,
sorry, my friend.
Yeah, BB in the 16 is not pitted as well. And
Steele has a substantial lead at the moment, so I'm wondering if he's just going to try and hang out for just a little bit longer and see maybe perhaps he can.
It's not. It's not possible. He needs a caution. Okay. He needs a caution, if anything.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, but
And right now, we kind of got that same scenario with, with Grace here. He's pitted on lap 60. Can't see when Manning's pitted just yet. It's kind of out of the shot. So let's take a look at our lap times last time around.
Ooh,
Grace 32.89, Manning 31.8. So Manning is pushing hard.
Very telling here with this calculator you have running.
It's for calculating mathematics.
Yes.
Theo coming in the pits now. He's got the left side of the truck up. Getting the rubbers. BB
has to react.
He's got to come in, but look, he's got these trucks all behind him are just substantially faster because they got tires from this century.
Yes.
I mean, did they do a little brush? Oh! Little brush of the wall from a couple trucks there.
Well, they're trying to get around the slow truck, so
BB enter into the pits now. Almost got that caution.
Yeah.
He would have been a threat, Last truck to pit. You can just see as the camera starts to pan around is that Manning is less than a second behind Grace with 22 laps to go.
And who has the fresher tires?
Manning.
Ooh la la.
Grace chops down to the bottom side, rightfully so. Doesn't want to get stuck up on the hot side. I don't know if we're going to have a contender for Manning tonight. And he didn't have a win on the season, right? So, and he's not doing too bad in points. Where was he? In like 7th? Let's pull that up again, Chris, because I know you're interested.
I am. I was going to ask you to, but then I thought you were going to make fun of me in front of everyone.
Again?
Yeah.
He's
He's an eighth.
Yeah, he's an eighth, and you can just see how tight these guys are. I mean, he's not going to gain a lot on Grace, but like, you know, over
Everyone who didn't show.
yeah, like they're not really going to move too far in the points.
You know what? And I mean, I am excited for Manning because Manning is always a very strong contender and sometimes just doesn't, you know, maybe finish as strong. But, you know, we've seen really, really good racing out of Manning. So it'll be interesting to see how this finishes.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. He's definitely always a strong contender, but sometimes when you're at that poker table and, you know, you get the turn in the river, they don't just work out in your favor.
I said it before. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them.
Yeah. Yeah. Island in the 4 spot, up 2 spots. I don't think he's going to catch the Johnny Hurst, man. Let's take a look at our lap times last time around. Maybe, maybe not. 32.37 for Pylon last time around. 32.69 for Hurst. Gonna be a coin toss here because that tire fade is coming in fast.
And these guys are going to be desperate for positions as we are starting to get to the countdown here.
The final
Countdown.
Yeah, we don't go for professionalism for these broadcasts. We go for fun.
For fun.
Yeah.
Which is what I hope we're doing. I don't know. Where we only have less than 1,000 subscribers, so maybe we're not doing the best.
Well, it's more than 0.
True.
All about
Just can't wait to get the
perspective.
flag.
And this is going to be interesting here because you've seen Grace short pit so early, but now he's got Hurst and Pylon hunting him down. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Look at how low they are to the bottom of the track. Grace is holding on. You can just see.
I'm liking this camera angle, by the way. Ooh.
Yeah, Grace is struggling there with that right front tire. It's not left here. We'll watch him come in the corner here. That truck does not want to turn down or stay there. I don't know. I don't know. Have we interviewed Johnny Hurst before?
No. Good guy. Haven't interviewed him on the podium yet.
Yeah, I heard he's good in the change room too, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Island trying to hunt him down. These two drivers 7.5 seconds back from our leader. Got any other tight battles here? We're going to zoom in on Barnes and Richardson. We'll get out of this cockpit cam. These two are battling for the 7th spot. Oh, you know, heck of a run for Richardson as well. Top 10 tonight. Copperthorn's likely going to be able to hunt down Grace. Go ahead and take a look at Copperthorn here. He's got, is that BB in behind him? BB's got fresher tires, but BB is a lap down from the off-pitch strategy. Take a look at our lap times. See if it's in the mix for Grace to receive some pressure from Copperthorn. It looks like he's almost a second faster a lap. So, I mean, he's probably going to catch him in a lap or two at most. Crazy. Hurst and Pylon are battling. Get up front here. Pylon looking on the outside. Hurst running low and slow. Up high is the 88 at Keltner. That's going to stop Pylon from getting any sort of charge right there. 10 to go when we cross the line. little brush of the wall there from Hurst.
Island laying it on thick right there.
Let's hop in the cockpit of that 29 machine. He backs off. That 58 truck might be playing with Pylan's heartstrings.
Yeah, he's pulling all of them, I think.
He lifts the skirt a little bit, shows a little bit of leg, and then just drives off into the sunset. You can't have all this, baby.
No.
You might want it, but you can't have it. Big run. Here's that outside line getting that run. You know, I guess you consider that 58 machine. It's also a Biffle throwback, just with different numbers on it, because it mirrors the 16 of BB.
You know what? You're right. I'm looking at that. I like that.
Sometimes I get smart.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Hurst is darting that truck down to the bottom of the track, claiming the real estate down there.
This is some good racing right here. I like this.
Yeah, Pylan's going to get a substantial run down the backstretch here. Does he have a tire? Let's take a look at the pit stop laps here. I mean, 2 laps apart, so it's really just coming down to driver ability at this point.
Ooh.
It was tight. It's tight racing.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
What gets the people going?
This is what the people want. This is it.
Copperthorne did get around Grace for that 4th spot. About 3 seconds back.
May we have the old track map back?
If you squint your eye really close, you can see the car numbers and where they are.
Yeah, they're bunched up a little bit more now than they were 10 laps ago, 20 laps ago.
Well, you're seeing it further back, and we're on the 15 car of Gary Miller, who's in that pack of cars. Like, they're all kind of in like a half-track scenario, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's coming around to the tri-oval in the front, but that's where majority of those cars are. Is just right in that front stretch going into turn 1. Go up to that 2 machine. Looks like Richardson got around Barnez. I don't know if he's not gonna have enough time. He's 26 seconds back on the 20 seconds of steel, so 6 seconds is the difference. It's not gonna be enough time for him to get up further, but that's a pretty dang notable finish.
I would like to go back to the leaders up front, please. Let's see, they are very close.
They are not close.
Second and third. I'd like to see second and third.
You didn't say that.
Leaders. I didn't say leader. Leaders.
We're fighting. Pylan putting. He's showing a little tail. You know, I don't know if Hurst has got anything left for him.
Yeah, Pylan has a little bit of comfort there. But I think with 4 laps to go anywhere on this track, like I said earlier, I think these guys may get a little hungry for position, possibly, depending on how close they are to their opponent, and we could just see a little something.
I mean,
It's been great. Yeah, it's been a great race.
We've seen a lot tonight, but like not what we're accustomed to, right? Like it's just hard racing.
Yes.
Oh, Hurst tags the wall out of 4. That might hurt the truck a little bit.
Seal the deal, as they say.
Seal the deal. Go back a little bit further in the field, see if we got anyone dancing together. Wilkinson and Hunter, that's not for position. You know, even though they look close together on the map, they're not really close.
Okie dokie.
2 to go. The man of the night. The 78 machine of Ty Manning. Somebody slow him down.
Oh, nice. They did it.
It's official. Green to checkered. Just no competition in sight.
Yeah, what a great race for Manning.
The entire night, no competition. You want to put on a show for Greg Biffle, known for his clean, hard racing. These guys at Roughneck Racing have definitely delivered that tonight. Shout out to
For
the
sure.
Biff.
Yes, these guys did a great job of just putting on a great show, like you said. It was outstanding racing.
Island's going to come across the line in second, Hurst in third.
We're going to get to talk to Johnny Hurst.
We're going to get... Oh, my God. Big shout out to that 78 machine. Dominating performance tonight. You know, I think he led just about every lap except when the pit cycles occurred. So he's probably led about 80 laps of the 100 laps tonight.
That's something I've never done.
Wow.
I know that shocks you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things don't even shock me anymore, but that one did. Like, I almost fell out of my dang chair, brother. Our winner tonight, Ty Manning, just doing a little burn down.
That's radical, dude. I love that. Great race. He deserves those donuts. Great looking truck.
Heck yeah. We're going to take a SpeedZoneTV instant replay break. I don't know if you can say instant replay and break at the same time, but we're going to take a short break and come back from some driver interviews. So hoping to talk to these top 3 drivers, see how it shook out for them tonight and what they could have done as the night progressed.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
We back from our juicy break. We're going to be bringing in our drivers that have gone through tonight's check shed. We'll be getting the checks later, but we're bringing in our third place finisher, the big bad, the enforcer, Johnny Hurst. Johnny, congrats on your third place finish tonight. Let us know how you're feeling.
Johnny is muted.
We will we'll bring him back in a minute.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, my bad. I was talking.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
this is a strange spot for you. Like, I don't know if we've ever spoken this capacity before. Normally, it's just in the change room. So, how you feeling about your third place finish?
I feel pretty good. I mean, had a lot of issues there. I dropped back at the start of the race because for some reason my settings was all screwed up. Where, like looking around, I was all the way on the wheel. I couldn't see the size of the truck, nothing. So, took a little bit to adjust to that, but after I got settled in, I was pretty good.
I mean, overall, great performance for you because, we watched your race through the field, manage your tires. A lot of the times you're electing to use the kind of the low and slow line. Were you cautious with managing your inputs, like as far as your steering and your throttle inputs to make sure you got longevity out of the tires?
I've always been the type to where I like to run 8-to-1. Like I take my steering angle way down. I'm a real touchy-feely kind of driver. But tonight I jacked it all the way up, went 12-to-1, trying to get used to it. And I guess that just helped me manage my tires and save it.
Well,
I wasn't
definitely.
roasting that right front.
Yeah, you're not overturning the car, right? And I 10-to-1 is sometimes my sweet spot, but you definitely get better wear with a bigger steering box.
I definitely felt more comfortable slowing it down this race on this 1.5 miles than what I normally run. So I guess that just kind of helped me, save on the tires.
Did you think about wrecking Pylon when he was trying to pass you? Because you were faster in the second stint than him because you came up and passed him, but this time he got you. So, did your crew chief there make a bad adjustment? What happened to you?
Well, he kind of got on my right side there, and I couldn't see real good. Like I said, the way things are set. So I kind of give him that outside lane, just let him go. But I was running him back down, and I thought about giving him the bumper, but nah.
Yeah, well, sometimes you can't mess with the colors on the spectrum, right? You gotta leave them alone. Chris,
exactly.
What do you want to say to our good friend Johnny here?
Johnny, how are you, bud? Congratulations. It's good to talk to you, man. You and I were in a race about a year ago. I don't know if you remember that. And you were giving me some tips. I think where it was the Super Speedway, and you were pushing me for the longest time, and we had a good time. So it's good to talk to you as a broadcaster. And Robert and I, we do these races, and we're like, man, we know he has it in him. And you just haven't made it to the podium, or at least not in a while. So it's good that you made it. You're here tonight, and congrats on your third place. We're going to no worries. You earned it. We're going to Iowa next week, and just some thoughts about racing there. How you feel about the track. Coming off of this podium tonight. Will you be able to carry some of that momentum next week?
I hope to. I mean, Iowa's a good track for me. I love Iowa. It's one of my better tracks. So I don't know. Maybe I can get used to this new steering stuff and be able to save a little bit. And who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. And hopefully on the super speedways, y'all will see me back up front soon, and I won't be getting took out and be able to actually finish one. So.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, Johnny. Jesus. Who do you want to give a shout out to for your third place finish tonight?
Of course, Wagner's Welding. They're a great sponsor. Couldn't do this without them. You guys putting on a great broadcast. Love going back and watching them. Like to shout out Tim. Tim puts a lot of effort and work in this league, so everybody needs to show him some love and appreciation. And I mean, that's about it.
Heck yeah. Well, hope you stick with the steering box gig and keep it a little bit bigger than tighter. Sometimes I like it bigger, but it definitely
Giggity.
paid dividends to you tonight, Johnny. So congrats on the P3 and hope to talk to you again soon.
I appreciate you.
Take care, Johnny.
See you.
Time to bring in the second place finisher, Jimmy Recompilin. The bulldozer on Monday night. Grabbed second place tonight. Jimmy, how you feeling about your P2, brother?
You know what? I feel much better than I did at the end of Monday night's race. I felt like a
Wrecking ball?
bull in a china shop. Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. We saw you start a little bit further back. You started in 6th. You kind of tapered off. I want to say you far back as 10th, and then you started working the way up through the field. So was it your strategy to kind of run a little bit further back and show later speed? What was your strategy through the race?
I'd say that's definitely my strategy. With the practice earlier today and then the previous practices, it's been very hot, very slick, and it's been tearing that right front up. And I wanted to make sure that I could save as much right front as I could. Unfortunately, didn't really do that. The first pit stop, my right front was hating life and me. And that second pit stop, it hated me a little bit less, but I could definitely tell I may have pushed just a little too much, maybe trying to pass Johnny.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of the story for a lot of drivers because sometimes those who showed early speed didn't have speed at the end of the run, and that's just kind of how it crumbles sometimes. But second place finish, that's gonna help you kind of move forward with pursuing your 17th championship. So Chris, over to you for this next little chunk here.
Let me get into this next chunk. Jimmy, I'll start off with this. Congratulations, buddy. Great,
Thank you,
great
Chris.
podium finish, great second place. It is always a pleasure to talk with you. It is always a pleasure to watch you race. I'm not supposed to play favorites here as a broadcaster, but I'll tell you what, man, like you always put on a great show. A great performance for this league, and it's a blast to watch you just battle through and make it. I know you put in the work to get where you're at, man, and well deserved tonight on the second place, man. You're a good kid, and yeah, dude, just best of luck next week. We're heading to Iowa. Lay it down, dude. How do you like Iowa? Thoughts, carrying some of this momentum to the next track. What do you got for us?
I really love Atlanta. I haven't really got the race. I don't think I've really got the race there since they've repaved it in iRacing, where they put the new scan in.
And we're going to
I
Iowa.
love,
Is that right, Robert? Iowa?
Yeah.
Maybe I misspoke. I apologize. Iowa.
but I love Iowa. Iowa's such a good track. I've had some success there. So I'll definitely be looking forward to continuing my success there and being able to have a good run there.
Yeah, you better do your homework because that's got 2 different tricky corners for sure. But Jimmy, you grabbed P2 tonight. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to the league sponsor, James Wagner's Welding, for putting this on for 8 straight seasons now. I couldn't appreciate it more. I know some of the other drivers, probably all the drivers, can't appreciate it. You guys for broadcasting every week. You for putting up with the wreck fest that is Mondays sometimes. Let's see here. All the admins, all the work they put in, all the stuff that they have to put up with. My brother, friends, Evan, Kyle, Adam, Dylan, my sister-in-law, nephews. I think that's about it.
All right, buddy. Well, once again, just congrats on your P2. We'll probably be talking to you again soon. So, make sure you do your homework and keep your nose clean and stop wrecking people. And good luck on your next endeavor at whatever
Yeah.
track combo
We'll be
it is.
talking. We'll be talking with you or about you. You make the call.
Yeah, you make it.
That's that's fair. That's 100% fair. I believe me. I told plenty of people that after Monday's race, it was like a scene from Talladega Nights with how well the Monday race went. So
Alright.
it is what it is. Sometimes it's that kind of week.
Yeah, it is, man. Well, Jimmy, once again, congrats, and we'll be talking to you soon, buddy.
All right?
Take care, Jimmy.
Yep. You guys take care.
It's time to bring in the man of the evening, Mr. Ty Manning. Ty, it's Rob and Chris up in the booth. Are you feeling?
Yo.
Are you feeling sweaty? Like, how do you feel?
I don't know about sweaty. I'm pretty hyped up though.
Yeah, I
Sweaty?
mean,
No way, dude. He was
I
on
don't know.
ice all night.
I don't know. I was kind of just on a Sunday drive out there. I mean,
Right, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I didn't look at it. Maybe I should, but I was gonna estimate you led about 80 laps to the 100. You set out a strong early race pace and just kind of maintained it. Tell us a bit about like how you kept the tires under it.
Oh man, just first off, Kansas has always been kind of a good track for me. So just keeping in mind, how to run the track. Stick myself to the bottom usually, and only really use the other lanes if I needed to get around somebody. I do want to shout out literally everybody in this race, all the lap cars. Everybody was super respectful. It was amazing that we went green the entire time. I love winning, but running green the entire race is almost just as like celebration worthy as that. So it's super badass to do that. But yeah, just keep focusing. I kept watching relative, just make sure I maintained. And then just not getting in my head when like Dylan, he would jump the strategy and get out ahead of me on the pit cycle. Just knowing that, hey, he's going to come to me. He might be 5-6 seconds out, but that's going to dwindle away fast because he has 7-8 laps on his tires. So just kind of staying focused. And then once that gap was so big, especially after that first run, like we were saying, and through that pit cycle, I just like I said, just stay focused and made sure that we kept the tires underneath it.
Yeah, I mean the first pit stop, I think you were 3 or 4 seconds over the 12 machine. He was really your biggest competition there. I was expecting the 7 machine of steel to show his prowess as the race emerged because we watched him at Dover in Texas just turn on the tire switch and just it's almost like he put on an extra sticker on his tires and it was just like it was time to go, right? And then tonight really that was on you, just paving the way. So hats off to you just for being a dominator. I was gonna say dominatrix, but I don't know if you're into that.
But yeah, like I said, I thought the same thing too. As soon as we got rolling, and like I said, Dylan and him were behind me. I was like, all right, it's only a matter of time for Dalton just, like I said, starts eating away at that lead. And like I said, Dylan kept the pressure on that first part of that run. But then as soon as it was getting away, I saw that gap just opening, and I'm like, all right, just got to stay mentally strong here because we got a pretty good piece here if we're just gonna keep it in it.
Heck yeah, Chris, over to you, brother.
I just want to say congratulations, buddy. I don't have a question for you, dude. That was master class tonight, what you did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were so happy to see the race under green flag, the entire race as well. I appreciate what you said about that. Tons of respect in the league, of course, and in every race. But I mean, what a great race tonight as far as a tribute race to just have so much like cooperation, respect on track. And yeah, you deserved it, man. You controlled the pace, controlled the race, and yeah, dude, you deserve this one, dude. You absolutely threw it down, man. So just much respect, dude. It was awesome.
I appreciate it, guys.
Well, Mr. Manning, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Of course, we always got to say obviously the off season for racing has been rough with Michael Annette, Dennis Hamlin, and Greg Biffle. So just want to, thoughts and prayers to the family, to all of them. And then obviously I always shout out my family. They usually watch pretty consistently here. So glad to put on a show for them.
Yeah, I mean, first win on the season. Are we going to see more, or do you think you're done after this one?
I don't know. Might have to take it off. No, just kidding. We might have to ride out high. No, we're gonna keep trying. There's a bunch of good tracks coming up still, so hopefully just keep that momentum up.
All right. Well, congrats on your dub, sir, and hope to be chatting to you again soon.
Yep.
I have to jump in here really quick before we all get off here. Ty, real quick. I don't know when the comment popped up here, but your mom did send a shout out. The only comment of the night, but your mom said, "That's my son. Good job, Tyler." So she's very proud of you. So I wanted to make sure I got that in and get it on the broadcast. So, great
that's
job,
awesome.
buddy.
Hell yeah. Love you, Mom.
Love you too, Mom. All right, Ty, take it easy, buddy.
Take care, Ty.
Yep, bye.
Well, Chris, we're coming to the end of the show. What do you want to say for your closing comments tonight?
My closing comments, Robert, a lot of times, man, I just I goof around, I say some silly things. Try and just put this as eloquently as I can. The drivers at Roughneck Racing tonight wanted to do a tribute race for Greg Biffle. They did a great job tonight. It was a great race. It was a great race to watch. This is a fantastic league as well, a fantastic league comprised of a bunch of great drivers, very respectful. The tragedy of Greg Biffle over the holiday involved not only him but his family, and very tragic, very sad. So I'm glad that the league was able to just put together a little something to just kind of offer a tribute. It was a pleasure to be here tonight, pleasure to be here with you, and looking forward to doing a lot more races with this league in broadcasting, and just sharing time with you. That's what I'll say.
I love you too, buddy. I love you too. Just quickly, we'll go over the stats of what we saw tonight. So, Masterclass green to checkered 100 laps at Kansas Speedway. What a show! I wasn't expecting it, but sure the heck happened right in front of us. Looking at our finishers for tonight, so we talked to the top three: Manning, Pyle, and Hurst grabbing the podium. Copperthorne, excellent run tonight in that 98 machine in fourth. Dylan Grace pressured all night, but it looks like he suffered some bad pit changes. He rounded out in the fifth position. Steele in sixth. Richardson, great run in seventh. Barnes, eighth. Isgrig, ninth. Barker, 10th. Wilkinson, 11th. Miller, 12th. Wagner, 13th. Just working up the ranks there. He started at the back of the field. 46 machine of Phipps grabs 14th. Straminski, 15th. BB, 16th. Smith, 17th. Ramsey, 18th. 19th goes to Keltner. 20th is Hunter. And then rounding out the field, not sure what happened to him, was that 31 machine of Larry Eddy, who qualified on the pole, but might have suffered a mechanical failure. So tough break for him.
He's only 62 laps down. He may be still finishing.
He might come back. Next week, we'll be back at the Truck Series at Iowa Speedway for 125 laps. You're going to want to tune into that. We've got a heck of a points battle heating up. Before that next Wednesday race, we'll be back on SpeedZoneTV for Xfinity at Atlanta or Echo Park. So an interesting draft package on one of those crazy super speedways. So it's going to be interesting. So you're going to want to get on board on that. We had a crazy race on Monday night where we saw Jimmy the Wrecking Ball Pylon take out about 3/4 of the field 16 times. But definitely is what it is. But no, hope everyone enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Excellent racing, 100 green flag laps. We'll be back again Monday, back again Wednesday. Put a like, put a subscribe. Tell your mom. I mean, Tyler does. Like hell yeah.
His mom is subscribing already. Yeah, we need more moms.
Yeah, we need more moms. But I'm Robert Warrens. good friend Chris Schusler. We're SpeedZoneTV, bringing you all the secret sauce, insight, and racing. And make sure you tune in again when we go back live. So take care, everyone.
Good night, everybody.